everybody, this is HeflaTV and Grandisby here on HeflaTV, the HeflaTV channel. This is Dream Destroyer versus Team BO1. Actually, they're known as Jigga, and Dream Destroyers is playing for Root. I'm completely confused. I'm just a caster who also happened to, host the game. Either way, we are just helping on this tournament. Usually you don't see us here on the Dota 2 regions. We're gonna cast two best of one games, which is of course this one, plus the next one, which is the loser bracket first game, which means at the moment we have Dream Destroyers versus Jigga and XPC International versus Not Today, and then whoever loses those two matches, we're gonna cast a follow-up game. That's pretty much the schedule for now. It's only two best of ones, but still, thanks that you found your way here. Let's go, Grandis.
Yeah, for the bans coming out from Dream Destroyers to start us up, they take off the Skyrath Mage as well as the Doom. And then Team BO1 ban out the Death Prophet and Brewmaster, leaving in the first pick Dire Lycan, which is Dream Destroyers' first pick.
Yep, that should do the trick. I mean, Lycan, he has close to 60% on both sides at the moment. Like earlier, the stats on Dire side were better, but like more and more teams ignored the Lycan, and so the Lycan on Radiant side got even more popular, and it doesn't really matter. Lycan has close to a 60% win percentage, and Dream Destroyers, they get him here. And well, this is bad news. We have to see what Team Jigga is going against this Lycan.
Well, for now, it's a Razor and Witch Doctor. Razor works pretty well against Lycan, as if his ultimate isn't up, he can get a pretty decent link off. But Witch Doctor, a very interesting pick this early on in the draft, especially when you're passing up for the likes of a Faceless Void or other top-tier picks. Witch Doctor, not the most unusual hero, but usually we see him a little bit later on in the draft.
Absolutely, it's very strange to pick the Razor, then show the Witch Doctor, which means they're not gonna run a Void, because Dream Destroyers, they have to ban the Void now. They have two bans to go, the Void is still in the pool, so they have to get him out. But they decide to first go for the Tinker, and let's see what Team BO1 is going for. And I'm pretty sure the second one has to be a Void, otherwise they would give away this nice synergy. That would be Void, Chronosphere, Death Ward, Razor from the outside with a perma-link all the time. That would be a bit too much. But yeah, Dream Destroyer looks like a pushing setup already.
Yeah, with the Nature's Prophet, they're going to have Treants as well as the Lycan Wolves in order to work with, and then those are two natural Necronomicon carriers. So yeah, Dream Destroyers, this is pretty scary coming out from them. As long as they're able to win fights, or even if they're not able to win fights, their ability to split push and take towers across the map while Team BO1 are grouping up is very strong, and Dream Destroyers actually leave the Void in the, draft. This is very peculiar. Both teams are kind of letting heroes slip through the cracks that we don't see very often.
Yep, that's pretty interesting. I mean, the Clockwork, sure, it's a nice one, but well, over the Void, to be honest, I didn't see the Tinker coming out anyway for Team BO1 here, so I thought maybe Void Clockwork would have been a nice ban. The Clockwork is understandable because he can really fish for the Nature's Prophet, get an easy kill there, as well as the Lycan. The Lycan, the only thing you can get the Lycan easily with is obviously stuns or anything that roots him in place. Obviously slows and whatnot doesn't work, so a Clockwork, for example, would be definitely a nice one. But yeah, that one is banned out, and we have to see. One more ban for Team BO1, and then if we are right, they should pick a Void.
Yeah, I don't see a compelling reason why they shouldn't. Once he gets level 6, he's going to be incredibly useful up against Lycan, Nature's Prophet, as it'll not only be setting up for his own damage, which will probably bring at least one target down very low. You also have the Witch Doctor Death Ward being channeled, which is going to be a devastating amount of damage. If they're able to land solid Chronos, I'm not sure if Team BO1 have anything else in mind. But yeah, Faceless Void just seems like the best option. Tidehunter's still available in the pool, so maybe they'll opt for that one if they don't want to, clutter up their lanes if they have another core that they really want instead of the Faceless Void, but honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't. And with the Vengeful Spirit Ban, this kind of, signifies that they are going to go for the Void. The defensive swaps would be very useful.
Yep, absolutely. Like, the Vengeful is definitely a clue here, but we have to wait. Like, I mean, they surprised us once already. Now we have to see if we're completely wrong or completely right. I mean, Void, Witch Doctor, Razor, it would be a nice combination. I don't see why not.
Yeah, but it's going to be an Earthshaker, so something completely different. I don't know. Earthshaker's never a bad hero. I don't see why you wouldn't pick up an Earthshaker, but then again, I don't see why you wouldn't pick up the Void first. Um, so yeah, I have no idea. I think it's pretty safe to assume that Dream Destroyers aren't going to go for the Void on their team. Um, so then again, Team Blobo still have another pick to snag it up. Ancient Apparition the choice for Dream Destroyers. Not a huge fan of the Ancient Apparition, but then again, it will shut down the heal, come out from the mech of the Razor, as well as the Voodoo Restoration. It looks like Void's just going to be completely ignored.
I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Batrider for the initiation, Earthshaker helping there as well, Witchdog another nice support, but they still need something, and Dream Destroyer with the Ancient Apparition and the Nature's Prophet, maybe the Void is still an option. Like, going for a 4-man team with a Void in there, plus the Lycan playing his own game, might be option, but no, they completely ignore it. Centaur it is.
I don't know. I'm okay with Dream Destroyers not going for the Void. Centaur is still going to offer a good amount of initiation for them to allow them to find pickoffs and then transition those into towers. It's going to be more focused on the single target initiation, but that's completely fine. With an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast as well as a Nature's Wrath bouncing through, any one of these heroes, maybe a Fat Razor would be able to survive, but any of the other three are going to be pretty easy pickings.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it's all about the last bans. I mean, if they really want to make sure they could still ban that Void, at least Team Dream Destroyer could do it. But now that we have a Earthshake and a Batrider, I don't even think that is a Void.
No. I don't think so as well. Let's see. What would be good for Team Blobo? Honestly, I was expecting the Void and maybe just another teamfight hero on top of it. Something along the lines of a Tidehunter. It's going to be a Shadow Demon ban coming out from them. Huh. It would have synergized decently well. Let's see. What are the other top tier supports that are still available? Shadow Shaman's up for Dream Destroyers, and that might be their choice. Although it's not the greatest with Ancient Apparition, you know, they still can make things happen, and once they get the level 6s online for both of those heroes, that's when they really start to shine. It might have Dream Destroyers suffering in the early game, but then again, Earthshaker Witch Doctor, despite being a decent roaming combo, is probably not going to completely destroy Dream Destroyers, and it'll be, I don't know, still able to come back from that deficit. Yeah. Team Blow, I'm going to expect them to pick up a mid-hero, but then again, yeah.
I'm pretty confused, actually.
Yeah. I think this might be a mid-Lycan, but then again, they just throw the Razor up against him. Mid-Nature's Prophet is probably the safest way to lane this for Dream Destroyers to make sure that the Lycan doesn't get shut down. But yeah, their lanes are kind of cluttered.
Yeah, it's pretty unusual what we see here, and well, they wait with the last ban a long time. I don't know what they are thinking, but it's a silencer, okay? They say, hey, silencer is something we don't want, and actually it might even not be, yeah, I actually understand this one. Like, it would be bad, of course, against the Lycan. You could interrupt Nature's Prophet, TP in, out as well, Centaur, Warren, if you time it right, he won't even get the hoof stomp out when he blinks in, and then suddenly he finds himself silenced, surrounded by many heroes. Yep, I can see why they would not want the silencer against him.
Yeah, for sure. Usually we don't see a silencer ban unless you're running really big teamfight ultimates, but I don't know, the silencer ulti would be a lot easier to time up against Dream Destroyer's lineup as well. Since Centaur does have a decently long animation on his hoof stomp, as well as Nature's Prophet DP. It would be pretty useful for them.
What are they going for now, though?
I don't know.
Like,
I can't guess it. I don't know. They've surprised me with their picks so far, so I'm not sure what this fifth pick is going to be.
It has to be
Dragon
something
Knight.
more greedy. Yeah, okay, Dragon Knight. Yeah, that makes sense. It's another tanky hero. I mean, the Razor's becoming tanky at some point, obviously, plus the Dragon Knight. It also gives them some more push, because like the push is a very weak department on Team Blow at the moment. And talking about the push, on the other side we have a Shadow Shaman being picked up, and now that means we have Treants, Wolves, potentially 2 Necros, maybe even more coming out, and well, it's kind of push heavy what Dream Destroyer is coming up with. Like, they kind of lack a core or a second core later, so it's just a tanky center. The Lycan is absolutely, yeah, if he fails, then this game might actually be a bit in favor for Jigga. But anyway, let's just introduce them really fast, and then we have to see how this one is going. The courier is hilarious as such. Like, I've never seen this one before. Either way, Ja is on the Nature's Prophet here on the Dire side, and we have Chrysalid playing the Ancient Apparition, Justin is on the center Warner, and in front of him we have Pandego playing the Shadow Shaman. In the mid, the one and only core here for Dream Destroyer, Chobo. We have to see how he gets his Lycan through.
Well, on the Radiant side, we are going to have Team Blow with their supporting duo played by Ramsadel, de Gonzalez on the Earthshaker. On the Witch Doctor, we're going to have Captain Doge on the Razor, and Baby Cakes on the Batrider, leaving last but not least our Dragonite, handled by Just Bounce. Yeah, I was kind of expecting Blow to throw the Razor mid up against the Lycanthrope, maybe anticipating that laning matchup, and worst case scenario, Razor's up against the Nature's Prophet will be just fine for the Razor, and then maybe give the Dragonite some safe lane farm, but I don't know, even then, it's not the greatest. This last pick Dragonite, it's okay, in theory, but I'm not sure if it's really going to warrant the pick. We'll see. This will be a pretty good matchup for the Lycanthrope. Although he's not able to shove the wave as much, he's going to be a lot happier up against the Dragonite than the Razor.
Yeah, but then again, they have a lot of lockdown on that Lycan. I mean, if you really think about it, we have a Dragon Tail, we have a Fissure, maybe even a follow-up Totem, Echo Slam, then later, maybe even surrounded by a lot of Treants, Creep Wave, Wolves, Necros, etc. So, yeah, Earthshaker also having the good damage potential, and what else did we forget? Yeah, Paralyzing Cask, and of course the Lasso at some point. So this Lycan, he's facing a lot of lockdown where he has to be careful.
Yeah, I think if Earthshaker gets a good Blink Dagger, it'll be wonderful for them, as that's probably their best tool against this push coming out from DD, as there are going to be a lot of units. To start things off, they drop a Fissure, and it traps off an Ancient Apparition Illusion, but that's cleaned up very quickly. So yeah, level 1 rune does very little. This is going to be a full tri-lane versus tri-lane. The DD tri-lane isn't that great, mostly because they can't get in range for most of their spells. There's just not a great way to bridge the gap. You have a Centaur Stomp in 3, which is wonderful, but really you want to be setting that up with something along the likes of a Rubik Telekinesis. But then again, you also have the Shackles, which really need to be set up, and Ancient Apparition offers very little in that department. Potentially a slow from Icy Vortex, but that's about it. This tri-lane from Blow, it's also pretty awkward, although the Razor is going to have a pretty good time as far as farming is concerned. I think the biggest advantage that DD are running with is the ability to run pulls, since those haven't been blocked. But yeah, I don't know. I'd expect our first blood to be in this lane, although I'm not entirely sure. The bottom matchup is Nature's Prophet versus Batrider.
Yep, I mean, the Nature's Prophet should be fine for the next some levels of the Batrider, because of point in Flame Break is very unusual, and even then you have to have him really low, otherwise he's just recasting it. So let's see what's coming out there, but of course in theory he could get a kill, while Nature's Prophet, he should not be able to get a Batrider kill unless the Batrider makes really a crucial mistake. In the mid, well, the Lycan is starting off obviously with a ton more damage. Like, that's just a fact, because he has like 15 base damage more or so, but well, let's see. He has Howl 1 point, and also very interesting, the Feral Impulse 1 point in there. I've never seen a 1 point in there on level 2.
It'll be okay for him. It gives him a decent amount of damage, as long as he doesn't sacrifice his points in Wolves for it. Honestly, I like seeing more points in Howl, especially when you're running a mid Lycan who's going to be spamming that with Bottle Crow. It'll be very useful for your other lanes and give them
You think
quite
he's gonna Bottle Crow?
Maybe. Or
Maybe
he
it's
could
a
not.
Floods Rush. Who knows?
It might be, for sure.
Okay, either way, both teams are already some microphone issues whatsoever came up, and yeah, they're back. But let's see, I'm pretty curious what that Lycan is going for. At the moment he only got 5 CS, like for the bottle he needs a tiny bit more, obviously, and well, let's see if this is a Bottle Crow and Lycan. But first we have a stun here on the Shadow Shaman, but nah, there's nothing to follow up. They can only soak some HP, maybe even a CS if the Witch Doctor is sneaky enough. Ah, he missed it though.
Yep. I don't know. The Lycan looks like he's expecting a Razor matchup in mid with the boots first, so he might shy away from the bottle, although he is currently pooling quite a bit of gold. We'll see where he's going to angle things. The top lane's probably where we're going to keep our eyes on for the most part. But if anything roams, it's probably going to be Blow's 2 supports. They definitely could get a kill on the Lycanthrope in mid, which would be wonderful for them. They're using a lot of their time and not doing much, but here we go, TP into mid from the Earthshaker. He's going to meet up with the Witch Doctor, and now they smoke up, looking for the wraparound. Let's see who they find. It might be the Shadow Shaman. Pandango is also invised up, and it looks like he's going to pop the smoke, and he does, in fact.
He's asking for a sec, but not pausing. Okay. That is kind of bad, because now Okay, it's lag.
It is quite laggy, actually, for these players. Everybody's operating with more than 200 ping.
Well, I don't know. We have to see how much ping do I have. Whoa.
Yeah, it's
63 packet loss. There's something wrong with
yeah.
with Mr. Volvo. Mr. Volvo is screwing us over at the moment. Big time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's out of our control. Can't do anything. Yeah. This Earthshaker and Witch Doctor gank, I don't think it's going to be successful, as it's not nighttime. It's going to be pretty hard to catch up the Lycan, although the Lycan is sitting very low. If he shows his face too close, he might be in a bit of trouble. Although the smoke being popped and also scouting with one of his wolves, I think he's going to sniff this one out.
Well, now they're telling me probably US West instead of East, but I think this is a common Volvo problem. Nothing to do with like the specific server as such, but let's see. When the lag is gone, I guess we have to try to continue. It's 2 minutes in. By the way, I don't even know how the whole saving process and whatnot works, you know? So I don't want to go for a rehost.
Yeah. I think it saves it every 2 minutes, so it would have saved 13 seconds ago, although I've never operated a rehost myself.
Yeah, no, like I never host, and therefore I'm really inexperienced with that. The last time I hosted games, that was for the 82L in May or June, no, May even. So it's quite a while ago. There some things were different as well with the settings, and well, let's see. But they say it will fix itself. It just takes a bit. Okay. Very confident in Volvo there. Either way, like about this mid gank here, the Wolf scouted out the Earthshaker because the invisible Rasta, like he revealed that smoke, and that's kind of bad news for them because did he TP in there, like in the mid? Because that would be 135 gold lost plus a smoke being lost. That's 235 gold, and a Rasta with the invisibility rune just ruining for them.
Yeah, that was a TP from the Earthshaker is spent. That's a hero that you really want to have that early gold. And if this kill doesn't happen, the Earthshaker is going to fall behind quite a bit, as they don't have pulls to get that little bit of extra experience still operating with level 1. I think Witch Doctor, no, he's also at level 1, so they're not looking too great as far as the spells that they have. Maybe a lucky cask bounce, which definitely would be enough to kill Chobo right now because he's incredibly low.
And I'm just seeing, you know how many tournaments there are today at the same time? We have the EMC, HeflaTV, then the Swedish league is on there, like the Pling C tournament where nobody knows who is who. Then Dota 2 regions is on, and even some more. Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
It's a busy day.
Yeah, it's a really busy day. Oh well, it's Saturday. Either way, everybody's G, so let's go. Let's see where this is heading, because that Earthshaker, he's not gonna find anything here unless the Lycan is really getting too cocky, but at the moment it might as well even happen.
Ooh, let's see. We still have the smoke on the Witch Doctor, so he doesn't know that the Witch Doctor is here, and Chobo is not very healthy. If they're able to get the Dragon Tail off, ooh, yep, they are going to make a go with the Hoof Stomp onto the Razor. They don't have the follow-up damage. There you go. Double Edge from Justin is going to be there. With Chong Touch as well as Hal, that's a ridiculous amount of damage that they can pump into him. And with the supports leading towards mid, he had no defensive fissures or backup, really. The Earthshaker was there at the end of it, but they needed the full force, and the Razor was just getting a little too cocky in lane.
Yeah, I mean, the fissure was beautiful, but unfortunately he was still stunned by that hoof stomp, and enough for the double edge. The double edge range is pretty high, considering that it's like a melee ability. And, well, that's our first blood for Dream Destroyer. I always want to say Team Destroyers, but it's Dream. Not Team, but obviously they're also destroying teams.
Yeah, apparently. Let's see. The Lycanthrope in mid after dodging that gank is actually CSing very well, but then again, so is the Dragonade, so it's fairly even. Right now, it's the center that's coming out on top. I'm not sure if he's going to back off for Tranquil Boots before he goes for his blink, or just straight up blink. I don't think either of the choices is bad. I think it's more or less just personal preference. But yeah, it looks like Justin is just going to pull up the gold, and once he gets that Blink Dagger, that's going to be go time for Dream Destroyers, as they'll be able to actually pick off heroes, because right now, it's up to Blow to get in range for those Hoof Stomp and Shackles, and if they don't, they're going to be A-okay. But if they do, we're going to see kills like we just did.
Yep, and yeah, the Lycan is actually ball crawling, but now going directly into that Vladimir's rush. It is, yep, Ring of Basilos coming up. That's some more mana for him to spam, obviously, but well, he doesn't have too many spammable spells, but at least it's also giving some nice right click, plus of course the armor, so that's good news. But also good news for the Dragon Knight. He's bolo crawling. That was his first item, and he didn't even have land tangos. He just had a nice start with CSing and got it like a minute before the Lycan. And ever since he's been spamming 3 points pre-fire and now a regeneration rune, which means he can really spam that Lycan. And the Lycan is like, hey, I go jungle. This is too fuzzy in mid.
Yeah. Right now the supports are currently sitting up top and it is just a tri-lane. But yeah, with the regeneration, he will eat quite a lot of damage, and it's something he can afford to do. He doesn't have the lifesteal just yet, but he has Wolves and still plenty of sustain with the bottle coming through. And also give a little bit of room to Pandago, as still be sitting mid and working towards his level 6. Currently a fairly level-starved support.
Yep, absolutely. How is the Batrider actually doing? I mean, 23 and 3 versus 18 and 5 Nature Prophet, so it's kinda okay-ish at the moment. With more and more trees, obviously Baby Cakes has a problem, and going for Tranquil Boots for him would not be worth it. That's why he went for the bottle. But oh, top, do we have something? It looks like they might want to go for something. At least they're hiding behind the towers, but the third one is missing. The third one is actually picking up some XP in mid. So this is going to be a Shadow Shaman getting level 4 pretty much soon.
Yeah, it's also a Shadow Shaman that's not going to be protecting this tower very effectively. Slowly but surely, Tier 1 tower is going to fall. Pretty much as expected up against a Dragon Knight. Not much you can do about that, even if the Lycan was there. They were posturing up top, but honestly, I don't think they can get a kill, and they're probably the ones that need to be more careful. As they get caught out with a cast that's going to bounce once or twice, yeah, they could be in quite a bit of a pickle. But yeah, for now, it's just going to be both teams posturing. It is Blow that are aggressively pushing in. As the Shadow Shaman has gone all the way back to base, but does find itself.
He's going for the Nature's Prophet here, kicking him back. Well, there's the Nature's Wrath, and oh, he's getting really low. One more tower hit, a second more. No, he's actually getting that Nature's Prophet kill. He's not bothering with the TP out. He actually thought he gets that Batrider, but nope, that was bad news. And the Wolves just denied that Illusion Rune for the Dragon Knight, so nice timing there. But oh, top, do we ever go on the Earth Shaker? No, I don't think so. He has still Fissure.
Yeah, he'll be just fine. Well played by the Batrider. Nature's Prophet hoping they could get that return kill, but I didn't see if the Nature's Wrath did enough damage or if it even bounced correctly.
It bounced once on him, but
okay.
Like he got 2 tower hits and that's it. Like he still survived with, I don't know, 80 HP or so and instantly TP'd out. I don't know if he could have tried to run out of that fire. After all, he really stood there for a long time, but yeah, with the turn rate and whatnot, bad news. But oh, in the mid, there's a Fisher, the lasso, and then pull him in the fire. That's definitely a kill, or is it? One more right click, the flame break will do the trick.
Yep, fairly straightforward kill on the Lycanthrope, and that's a pretty important one to keep down. Although the Lycanthrope, he's CSing well, and that kill isn't going to be the end-all be-all for him. He is going to start losing his mid-tier 1 tower even more after that, and a good rotation from the Batrider. Even though he doesn't have his Blink Dagger, I didn't see how they actually got in range. I think it was just a fissure into the lasso. So it was how they were able to manage that. The tier 1 tower down in bottom is going to take some pressure as the Batrider is rotating, but now with the Earthshaker as well as the Bat and Bound, they're going to shackle up Baby Cakes, but the Fissure is going to cancel that one. Pandago, they're caught up with the cask. It's not going to bounce the heroes, but they have enough damage in order to get the kill on the Shadow Shaman. TP attempt from Jaw. Will it be enough? He's not going to be cancelled. The Earthshaker and Chant Totem just not enough range, and they're going to find themselves a free kill for a little bit of traded damage on the tower, but still favorable for Blow.
I think they could have gotten a double kill here just for the fact that the flame break was out. But oh, in the mid, the Dragon Knight, nice little play, Dragon Tail on him, but there are no interrupts, but they still get him. I can't even believe that. How Wolves and of course the Nature's Wrath on the last split second pretty much they get the kill on the Dragon Knight, but he's still happy because he got the tower before. I think he even bought. No, he didn't buy, so he actually lost some gold. Either way, I think bottom. I don't know why he used that flame break. I think he might have mistakenly seen the Nature's Prophet already starting his TP, but in fact he started it later. So they could have gotten the second kill there, but it doesn't really matter. In the end, they defend that tower, and that I think should do it.
Currently, we are going to see Dream Destroyers going into the Roshan pit, dropping it fairly quickly with these two heroes, as well as the Wolves. Howl damage, it's enough to take Roshan, and it doesn't look like Blow are privy to the fact that this is going on, and they're just going to give this one away free. I don't know, it's a fairly even game. The trades aren't super in favor of either side, and we're still waiting on the Blink Daggers to come out from both heroes, the Centaur as well as the Bat. Centaur is at enough gold to buy his Blink Dagger, and Bat Rider is only about halfway since he backed off for the Tranquils, Basilius, as well as Bottle beforehand. So the Centaur is really the king of the court now, and we might be able to see him going for some hero kills.
We also have very, very crucial levels coming out pretty much soon. If you look at the level chart at the moment, we have all the supports with big fat ultimates, all on level 5, including the Razor, which is obviously not a support, but yeah, his Eye of the Storm is coming soon. The Ice Blast, it's a complete level. Oh, but I think bottom, yeah.
Yep, they're gonna find themselves Pendago. He shackles up the Dragon Knight, but it's only gonna delay the Inevitable. He gets Flame Break back. The Dragon Knight is going to be frozen up there, but it's a very low-level cold feat, and they'll be able to back off. That's a killing spree for Baby Cakes. And, well, we'll get him quite a bit closer to his Blink Dagger. Centaur is probably going to go back to base before actually using the Blink. I'm not sure that was actually shown in lane, so they might still have that surprise factors. There's a Fissure thrown out in mid, but it doesn't do anything. Still, this Bat Rider doing a lot of work, even without the lasso. I wasn't expecting him to be this active before then, but he's making it work for himself. The stacks aren't there for the Bat Rider, but if he can continuously get these kills, it'd be wonderful. So wrapping around onto the Earthshaker in mid, looking for the Sprout. Ooh, they'll find the Sprout, and the right clicks are going to be there. Down in bottom.
Yep, and bottom. Like, I was still looking in that mid. Like, I was really surprised that he didn't go for that Acro Slam with all the creeps around him. I mean, bottom, they're going back at the moment. They're gonna TP because they want to defend in mid. And oh, there's the stun on the Lycan. Let's see, we have a lasso. All he needs, yeah, is range, but he didn't have it.
Yep, now Chobo finds himself a regeneration rune, has the Aegis as well, so Lycan would probably be fine either way. He's going to go up towards top as Nature's Prophet also TPing there. This might just be a tier 1 tower as they TP to defend mid. Well,
nice
this is a pretty fast push. Yeah.
They're like, hey guys, they want to stop us in mid, so we just go top, and obviously the Lycan in the shapeshift form pretty fast, so they can go for this. There's no cliff protecting this tower. This tower is done.
Yep, there you go. That's going to be free tier 1 tower, and the Centaur Blink Dagger is going to be used defensively. They don't find anybody, as the Firefly was giving them vision. Bat Rider getting dangerously close to his, but yeah. Dream Destroyers, they're making really good rotations around the map, and Blink Dagger picked up by the Nature's Prophet. A fairly early one? I don't know. It's going to allow them to have the Blink Spread initiation, which is useful, I suppose. It's not the end-all be-all, and it's going to be till his next item before we really see that being useful. It's still going to be the Flying Rat, though. Summoning the trees and blinking the trees and TPing out.
Yep, this is actually bad news that like some of these core items are actually coming out so fast for Dream Destroyers, and I'm fairly surprised that the Nature's Prophet is going for a Blink Dagger, because in this game I'm not sure if that's the real good idea, but oh, there's Ice Blast, it connects on the decay, but oh my god, Shadow Shaman, this is bad news for him. Flame Break pushing him, no, it's not pushing him back, it's pushing him forward, and that means they have to retreat. They don't even get the tower. They won't or don't want to commit to it. Yeah, that's
Ancient Apparition. Yeah, he gets to deny. That's going to be a pretty good initiation for them, or not initiation, but a bad one coming out from the Flame Break. I thought that would bounce the Shadow Shaman back, but it, I don't know, kind of just got him at a really awkward angle. Baby Cakes now with the Blink Dagger as well as the Lasso might be able to find themselves a Lycan who sticks around too long. But with the Wolves scouting out, he's going to be fine, or at least he should be.
Yeah, he should be, but, well, towers, after towers are going
Oh,
down.
Fissure, Lasso. Maybe we spoke too soon as Chobo's brought back into the Witch Doctor. They don't have a lot of follow-up for this, but they do have the cast. This is probably going to be your Aegis down on Chobo. I think he'll be able to get out the second time, but he doesn't have a lot of backup. Here's your Centaur coming in. So Lycanthrope is going to be able to run away. Aegis down. That was cocky from the Lycanthrope. He thought he had it with the vision and just stuck around too long. That Fissure initiation's really long range. Now they're going to jump in again. The Centaur's going to whip his stomp, but Chobo's taking so much damage. The cast is bouncing back and forth the years. Now the Witch Doctor ultimate onto Justin. Justin's going to fall, trying to chase in the trees, but that's not going to happen. As with the sneaky napalm, they get plenty of damage. Double kill for Gonzalez.
That was big. That was really big. That hoof stomp not landing, and then these fissures like twice blocking him like his retreat way. I mean, he did the right thing when they killed him the first time when he had Aegis. He didn't use his ultimate like panic mode or whatsoever. No, he was like well aware of the fact that he might die here, and the next time he can use ultimate and just run out. But this Fissure made it impossible. Then paralyzing cast between two heroes, not to mention that, yeah, that full centaur, he kinda screwed it. But oh, Ice Nature's Wrath here with the Ice Blast. If that was a bit higher, I think that might shatter. Witch Dog? No, he's not gonna shatter, but damn close that is.
Yeah, if there was any follow-up on top of that, it was a really solid combo coming out from those two, but yeah, if the centaur was there, a Hoof Stomp could have been wonderful. Catch out 3 and like instantly shatter them all with a double edge, but yeah, it's not to be the case. The global potential coming out from DD is definitely there, but that last fight just went so well for Bobo. It isn't going to stop the push coming out from DD, as that tier 1 tower down in bottom is incredibly low, and I don't think that Blow are actually going to mount a defense for this one, as they'll just take it.
That's just not worth it, because 2 of them are still on the way back. I mean, there's the Batrider with the lasso, but since they are free here, that Batrider is not scary at all. Oh, where's the deny? Where's the deny? Oh, Lycan is actually getting it, but now look at the TPs.
Ooh, Lycan has his ultimate, and he'll be able to run away to safety. I don't think they're going to be able to pursue him, despite the turn rate slow being there. Yeah, the deny attempt from the Batrider was a good one. It was just a little bit too late. Not too much, though. All of the tier 1 towers have...
Why didn't he blink in? Did you see that? Was he interrupted by the wolves or anything?
No, Treant. He had a Treant, like, on his tail the whole time.
Oh, that's of course very bad, because then with the blink, they might have gotten the Lycan here a second time.
Yep, all he could go for was the deny at that point. All of the tier 1 towers have fallen in the favor of DD, and, well, still one standing on their side. They have a little bit of a tower advantage, but this isn't very scary at all for Blobo. The Lycanthrope as well as the Nature's Prophet are still getting their core items, and Centaur has what he needs to be effective, so I don't know, it's still anybody's game at this point. The Razor hasn't really done very much this game, despite building the mechanism as well as power treads, which is useful for his team for sure. I don't know, he hasn't been involved in very much. 2 assists, but I don't know, negligible impact in those assists at all. Jaw currently split pushing up top, and the rest of the team is going to back off as a Centaur stalking somebody in mid. Let's see, they're looking for the Earthshaker. They're going to find themselves an Earthshaker with a double edge now. Blink in from the Nature's Prophet. The Nature's Wrath not even necessary. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is going to completely miss, as he's already dead.
Yep, that was an easy kill. Like, that was so certain death. Like, whoa. That Ice Blast would have done the trick if he actually got that Fissure off and maybe stalled some more time, but nope, it wasn't really successful. But yep, in the meantime, this split push is really getting more and more annoying by Dream Destroyers here. Like, the Treants are already like hitting those towers. We have Wolves getting sent in, the Lycan. Well, at the moment he's farming jungle. Oh wait, where's the Lycan? Where's Mr. Lycan? Yeah, he's coming actually out of the jungle. He started his Necro, that's level 1. And as soon as they have level 3, this is gonna be bad news. That Nature's Prophet though, look at what he's going for.
Yeah,
Dagger.
Those items are cringeworthy for me. The Blink Dagger is wonderful, I love it, but you don't go for both Blink Dagger and Shadow Blade. If you want the Shadow Blade, skip the Blink. It just, I don't know, it's kind of overkill. The Invis is going to be nice, I suppose, but that could be well on his way towards a Necronomicon or something along those lines. Maybe even a Maelstrom if he wants to go that way, but I don't know, it could have been a much better item in his inventory. That's 1600 gold, it's more or less dead.
It's a Necro too. Like, he could trade those items for almost 2.5 Necros pretty much. And that's what makes me think, because if that Lycan is actually coming out now with Howl level 4, getting now the last points in Pharaoh Impulse, they can really just go and take towers down with creeps. But oh my god, Shadow Shaman found here by the Batrider, lasso, and yeah, Earthshaker will hold him in place. One of the easiest kills ever.
Yeah, it's not a terribly important kill, as he already bought his Blink Dagger and has been pushing for a lot of this game and didn't use his Serpent Words or anything like that. But it's still a kill nonetheless, and that's what you want to be doing whenever your lasso is available for Baby Cakes. He's currently going to go top, as we might see you jump in onto the Razor. There you go, the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is going to jump through, but they don't have enough damage. Well, now with the double edge, the Witch Doctor ultimate is bouncing through towards the Ancient Apparition. Now to Justin. Justin is going to fall, as the Nature's Prophet gets a kill on the Razor in the backlines by TPing in. He's going to invis away.
No, the next tick. No, the next tick is not killing him. He survived with 35 HP. I can't even believe that. What was that? Is that level 1 Maledict? Oh, if that was just 1 level higher Maledict. Jesus.
I don't like this Witch Doctor's build because of it. Like, 4 points of Paralyzing Casca is nice and all, but then again, is it really worth it? Like, 3-1-2 would have been fine. even just the 4-0-2, the Voodoo Restoration really isn't doing that much this game.
Yep. The
Yeah.
Voodoo Restoration at this point is really not doing anything as they not go 5-man somewhere, so it's not really helping. Then again, it's nice to have even that 1 point in, but still, like if you go for Maledict, you might as well just go for that 2nd point in, so a free 1-2 build might have been interesting, and it would have been here the difference. It would have made the difference on that Centaur. So, well, let's see.
Oh, Pandago. He's gonna get caught up by the similar gank that we saw earlier. There's a lasso, except it's not the Earthshaker this time, it's a Witch Doctor. With the level 1 Maledict, it's plenty. And now the Flame Break, they just right-click him down. Dominating spree for Baby Cakes. And yeah, this Shadow Shaman is being a little bit too aggressive with his split pushing. It has a Blink Dagger, which is fine and all, but it's not gonna save you from a blinking bat.
It's not just split pushing, I mean, he is really just interested in farm, I guess, but I mean, he's going way beyond the river line into an area with no vision, but oh, there's a Sprout on the Razor, Ice Blast on top of it, but is there any follow-up? No, there's nothing. Now he's coming back out of invisibility, but nope, this won't be enough.
Yeah, Centaur ultimate down for very little, but the body blocks coming out from the Wolves, they don't have any follow-up. The Lycanthrope is pretty much alone, but there's the Centaur. He blinks towards the wrong side. Hoofstomp going to miss. He's Flame Break back. The Hoofstomp is going to land inside the woods. That is a DD Razor, but the double edge and a little bit more damage is all that they're going to need. But Justin now caught out, stunned out. Neither Witch Doctor ultimate onto Justin. Justin's going to fall very quickly. Lycanthrope skirting around that Death Ward and trying to find A, but the Echo Slam with so many creeps around, Chobo's going to be obliterated. That's your Aegis down, but they need to get the heck out of dodge as the Witch Doctor is also very low, and those Wolves are just munching him down with that crit. They don't have enough damage, and Lycanthrope isn't going to be able to chase this with no ultimate. However, TP away from A, there is TP in from Ja, but he's stuck in the trees currently. Very awkward spot for the Nature's Prophet to be in, but yeah.
This is bad fights. Like Dream
It really
Destroyers,
is.
they made a lot of mistakes, even ignoring that Death Ward there. Like this was a full channel Death Ward, and did so much damage. Like all these initiations, like they can be happy that the Razor got like this lucky Hoofstomp stun. Otherwise, this might have been a disaster for Dream Destroyers. And in the meantime, we have the Dragon Knight actually split pushing, but of course this is being stopped really fast. Or like, there is a Sprout, but yeah, forcing him to TP out at least.
Yeah, at the very
But in
least,
the
it
mid,
is going to be...
look at Rasta again. He's just being
Oh.
picked off. Lasso already done. Maledict up, Flame Strike, and now they can just leave him alone. Yeah, he will die to the Dota anyway.
I honestly have no idea what this Shadow Shaman's been doing. That's like 4 times that he's been caught out alone, and he's just crossing the river. You can't really do that. You're not with that much HP. I don't know. It's, I don't know, just a very scary game for him. He's been feeding the Batrider quite a lot of gold, and now the Batrider has completed Force Staff. Everything a Batrider really wants. Maybe BKB on top of that, but honestly, this game... This is enough to have his initiations be on point. Now the tier 2 tower in mid gonna take a lot of damage.
The Batrider is definitely the player here at the moment of Team Blow. If you count it all together, I'm pretty sure if you would look to the stats till this 21st minute, he's the one having the most damage done on heroes. But oh, I think they want to go in, but again, a blink without a nice Hoofstomp. Now he's just held in place, and I think they turn it around on Justin. He's already down, and that will secure the tier 2 tower. I don't think they're gonna start a second attempt here of defending.
Not a chance. Tier 2 tower is going to fall. Razor gets the last hit. Lycanthrope's pushing out top. Nature's Prophet down in bottom. They'll get a little bit of damage on the tier 2 bot, but that's about all that they're going to get. Both of those tier 2s are at about half, so it's not the worst for DD, but I don't know, just very questionable initiations from a Centaur, and to start that off, the Shadow Shaman getting caught out, it's not a great way to start your fights, especially when you have a Shadow Shaman with the Blink Dagger. That Blink Hex could be crucial when you're dealing with the Batrider.
Yep. I mean, the Shadow Shaman, this is a blood dagger, not a blink dagger, because he got that dagger really with being picked up 3 times by now. Yeah, twice bottom, now in mid. Like, he's really trying to get that farm, but every time he's going out against the Batrider, he's just risking his life for it, and 3 times he already had to pay for that blink dagger. But at least it's a miracle that he got this blink dagger up, like, considering how often he got killed.
Yeah, I mean, he's still farming well. But yeah, that's about all you can say about the Shadow Shaman. For now, Nature's Prophet, his next item is going to be a Maelstrom. Yeah, this Nature's Prophet build is very... I don't know, I don't like it at all. It's going to keep him pretty safe versus the initiations, but then again, they have a bat to blink in. As long as they have a gem, which is presumably your next item for the Batrider. Batrider hasn't died at all this game. And, I don't know, just generally a really good gem carrier, and probably in his natural item progression.
Yep.
This Shadow Blade's...
is gonna be tasty. If you kill him, I mean, this is by now dominating, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and he's TPing. They want the Lycan. This time not protected by an Aegis. Oh,
Yeah,
but
currently
he's come
Chobo.
back.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of tasty farm for them in the trees as well as the wolves and that big creep wave that was pushing in. They leave one of the wolves back to scout, and that's invised up, and we'll catch eyes on baby cakes. And currently everybody's just kind of chilling. No team is really grouping up and feeling that they can comfortably take a fight. Unless they find a pick-off with the Batrider, which is what they're looking to do with baby cakes.
Oh, look at Nature's Prophet. That is an awkward position where he's in. I mean, he still has Blink Dagger to get out, but oh, he's scouting. He's scouting. Oh, he's going on the Witch Dog. So far, Cask, nope, just going the other direction, but he's blinking directly into the Dragon Knight, so he will probably fall down. Yes, with the last paralyzing cast, he's down. And look at this. Handego, well, he had no Maledict on it, so he's not ticking down. But this is very awkward, to be honest. Like, this engagement on the Witch Dog, he saw the decay before as well. It's daytime, or I think it was nighttime when they initiated, but still, very, very awkward. But you are right, they're very, very passive, to say, and the fights they take are not really the most efficient one, and sometimes even into the darkness. We have to look at the graphs, because DD, they had experience lead all the time, most of the time at least, 3k, and now they're down to 2k on the other side, so it's quite a swing, to be honest.
Yeah, well, for now it is Tier 2 Tower up on top that is going to take a spill as the pickoff on the Nature's Prophet and whatnot. That's what's going to lead to these towers. And Blow, they're playing it just fine. Like, they can't really push very effectively unless they get a pickoff, as their pushing power is very lackluster until they get nags on the Razor.
Look
but
at
that's
Shaman.
eons away. Oh.
Look at the Shaman again. Like, he knew that everybody's bottom, and wow, he stood there. And the Earthshaker, there's the stun, and he's going down a second time. They don't even need lasso whatsoever. He's just getting snacked away. This is the 4th time completely out of position.
Yeah, I think that one's a lot more excusable than the other ones, but it's still out of position at the end of the day. You have an Invis Earthshaker that sets that up, which is unfortunate for him. Yep. Maelstrom now completed on the Nature's Prophet will help him push very easily, but for now it's DD, they're just kind of letting this game slip away from them. They have a Lycanthrope, which is nice, but I don't know, they're not doing anything right now, and I don't know, you're getting a DK that now has an Assault Cuirass, carrying a lot of auras for his team, BKB now on the Razor. Blow are getting the tools to fight, whereas DD aren't getting any stronger, really.
Nope, not really. They keep on losing in gold. Like, they had 7.5k gold. That's the funny part. They were farming so much more efficiently, even if it costs here and there, for example, a kill on the Shadow Shaman. But like, with all these kills on Jigga's side, they still didn't manage to like have a gold or experience lead. But now, with all these 4 null trades, like, Blow is taking this over. Like, this is a 6k experience swing and almost a nullified craft. This is bad news.
Yeah, it really is. Now the Tier 2 Tower top in Blow's sights. Currently DD aren't in a great position to defend, although they definitely can be. The Ancient Apparition pushing down bottom with the Nature's Prophet is fine, because he's really there for the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. Bottom Tier 2 Tower is going to take a lot of pressure, as is mid, but they're going to lose their top Tier 2. Now TPing back to catch up the Lycan. Ooh, Chobo might get caught out here, although the TP is too long coming out from Witch Doctor.
What a beautiful Acro Slam on both, and now they just, Flame Break is 1. And even an Ancient Apparition, I don't think he gets out of here. Nope, he just gets rid of his Ice Blast, full load in their faces, but it won't even tickle them.
Earthshaker, I didn't see when he picked up that Blink Dagger, but really, that's the biggest item in this game up until this point. I mean, you look at the BKB on the Razor, and that's fine and all, but when you're dealing with a summons-based push, coming up from DD with the Necronomicon, the Wolves, the Shrians, and then they're going to be grouping up, as a lot of your heroes are melee if they want to be hitting those towers. That Blink Earthshaker Echo Slam is going to sting, and well, even on like 2 heroes, that still destroys them. That's now a completed 4-staff on your Earthshaker, even more mobility for them.
Yep, this is, well, nice and perfect setups. The funny part is that at the start, or like when this game started, I thought like, okay, if you're in a very fast leveling Rasta plus a Lycan, they should be able to push a ton, especially the split push and whatnot. But now with an AC and a Dragon Knight and all these 4 null trades, they're doing actually more and faster push. So Blow at the moment, they took over like lead in towers. Completely unexpected, but in the mid there's an issue.
Yep, they're going to find themselves a Justin, and Justin's going to fall. Cannot get a single spell off, and just too many enemy heroes. So the Ancient Apparition is close, but probably a little bit too close. But yeah, all the Tier 2 towers have fallen to the might of Blow's push, which is really just a Dragon Knight, which is, I don't know, pretty crazy to think when you're dealing with a Lycan and Nature's Prophet. This is just not a comfortable place for them to be in this game. Right now, DD want to be the ones with all the tier 2 towers down to really be comfortable. Right now, they have to split push, and that's what they're doing, and they're doing it pretty well. But sooner rather than later, they're going to have to deal with a high ground push. Once Blow catch one of them out, or if they catch one of them out, that's kind of their opening. And yeah, they just need to be so careful.
Yeah, but look at the DK. That's the problem. Like they have a lot of. It's not really counter push, but it's like some heroes can really clean stuff very fast. That's the biggest problem about them. And oh, what is the Lycan doing? Well, after the Fisher is out, no, he's not going for it. He's just showing. But still, like, oh god, are they actually going for it? There's the Batrider coming in. Lasso is still not there, and he has a BKB. Now he's just turning around, and oh, this is bad news. Low blow. Oh my god, are they actually getting this kill? If he dies, this is a monster kill. Going to Lycan's way, and he's still alive. Now, well, maybe Nature's Prophet is paying for it. Look at that ultimate, but it's getting interrupted by the Rasta. And now there's the turnaround. And the last one standing here is the Razor, popping the BKB and running for his life. Problem is, it's a fresh BKB. He's getting actually out of there. But wow, this is the turnaround they were looking for all the time. This is 1,000 gold just for the Lycan and the double kill on top of it.
Yeah, it really is. You're going to have a Lycanthrope now that's working towards an Assault Cuirass, and that's just so scary. Like, that BKB on the Lycanthrope paid in huge, as they thought they could get that kill, but I don't know, with BKB he just turns on them. Crits down the Earthshaker in like 3 swipes, and that's all she wrote. Tier 2 tower top is also going down. That's huge.
Yeah, this is really huge. Like, you see quite a dent in that graph. I mean, Blow, they just secured the craft being on their side when it comes to gold, but with this fight top, like with all this gold going like Dire side here, it's back to 0. And in XP they're gonna probably, if it updates a second time, we're gonna have like a 2.5k experience thing just with this fight. And the difference between those two teams is actually, or between the two drafts, like when they, like if they find a good fight, a good trade, and those pushers are still alive, then Dream Destroyers, they can capitalize on it way faster and way more efficient. Like just leaving all the Necros, Wolves, Howl up there, and they can solo a tower just with the remnants of the last fight pretty much. And that's the crazy part about it.
And now, also another big advantage they have is the Roshan. This is going to be the third of the game going towards them. With Serpent Ward's in the pit, this Roshan does not stand a chance. That's going to be Cheese and Aegis going to DD. Aegis to the Centaur. I like their choice to give the Aegis to the Centaur, and now they use the ultimate, probably just to get out of the pit, as they got vision of the Batrider and company. But yeah, that's about all she wrote.
In these situations, you really want that the Dragon Knight has a Blink Dagger, but he doesn't. That's, well, I mean, he went for that AC, first item AC after the drums. Drums, by the way, not even a single time used yet. That reminds me of my games. I'm also like a chronic no drums user whatsoever, but either way they go and say like, hey guys, we're gonna finish this game as long as we have advantage. But the problem is, you said it many times, they're going to split push.
Yeah, up top as they go into mid, they're going to get a Hex off, but is it going to be enough to get a nice Fisher? Baby Cake's 4-staffed in, and now 4-staff backed out. No, it's not going to be, as there's a double hip stomp. Echo Slam on the backlines, just on the Lycanthrope to try to keep the Earthshaker alive. The Witchstalker channeling his ultimate gets do nothing. As with the BKB, this Lycan does not have a fear in the world. Earthshaker is going to be able to TP out as they stun Justin with the Dragon Kill. Ancient Version Ice Blast flies through, and this is just a very messy engagement. It's Justin currently caught out between a rock and a hard place. The Razor is going to chase him away, but yeah, there's no fallout for the Razor. And now is this TP going to be cancelled at will? The Hoof Stomp's going to be there. No, the double edge. Justin might fall to this. He's going to be 4-staffed away as they get the kill on the Razor.
I didn't understand this one. Yep. I think that was lack of communications, because everybody, really everybody, just ran for their lives, TP'd out, used even BKBs for that. The Razor was the only one who was like, hey guys, I think we're gonna get that kill on the center, but in the end the center surviving and coming back as soon as he's TPing. I think he should have even ran, because there was no stampede. Now it's actually ready now that I show it, but there was no stampede at that point. So I think the Razor with his movement speed would have just been better off running instead of TPing, because he knew the center, if he sees that, now that, like, for example, the wolves give vision, he will come back and stun you, interrupt that TP.
Yeah, and now you're working with a Lycanthrope with now is completed Assault Cuirass, 200 gold on top of it. Not super important. Although Nature's Prophet, now also with BKB of his own, is going to be able to join fights a lot more effectively. I don't know, Blow, it was just a really weird engagement by them. The Nature's Prophet put some damage up on top, dropping that tier 3 to about half, and just doing Nature's Prophet things all around. This DD lineup... What?
Nature's Prophet things. Like,
Yes.
I love
I
how
don't
you
know.
say that. Nature's Prophet things. It has this like this little tone of like fucking rat.
Well, I don't know, he is. So yeah, down and bottom, they're going to push as Nature's Prophet continues to farm up.
Yep. Either way, I mean, Dream Destroyers, they have been farming very nicely all game. Even 10 kills behind and whatnot behind in towers, they had a gold lead, which is kind of ridiculous, which shows how well they farm. To be honest, maybe it's this knowing, hey guys, we are farming way better, that brought them in this position of being just overconfident. If I look at Pandego, that he was like feeding away so much, but well, I mean, Blow, look at it. They're losing their small advantage. They fought so hard for it, or they farmed really hard for it, like step by step, every lasso, 1 kill, but it's not working anymore. 2 point down to 2.5k in experience, and gold-wise, Dream Destroyer take over again, almost 5k. This is, again, a nice swing. Still, if you consider like 34 minutes and such close difference, it's not much, to be honest. It
No,
could
it's
go
really
still
not.
either way.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's next item of choice is going to be a Daedalus, and he's going to be dishing very hard, especially with the splash damage coming out from the level 3 Dragon form. Currently, they might catch eyes onto Justin, who's, I don't know, just in a very awkward corner here, caught between a lot of enemy heroes. But for now, he's going to be safe, and might consider TPing out. Yeah, he's just going to blink 4 step away. He's fine. Gets an Invis room for his trouble, and this might be able to set up something, although currently it is just a split push game coming out from DD. Yeah, it's incredibly close. Lycanthrope, if he's the one to get caught out, there's going to be very little that DD can do, and well, this is a
Oh,
good
there
way
we
to
go.
start it out.
Top.
Baby cakes. Ooh.
It looked like it, but now, oh, the Nature's Prophet is here. But oh, they're blinking. Not blinking.
As the Centaur drops his ultimate for mid, he's going to get clipped by a Fissure. Now the Echo Slam committed, they blink in Pandego as well to hex up the Earthshaker, and well, that's Echo Slam down, and Enchant Totem not going to land on Pandego. He's going to eat the damage from that, but he's probably still going to be chased down by this Razor. He's pretty darn fast, and there you go, Flame Break to secure things out. As the blink away from the Centaur, he's going to live. I don't know, honestly, that's a lot of cooldown spent for a Shadow Shaman pick-off. The Shadow Shaman, I don't know, it's going to be useful, but I'm not sure if it's enough. They can't really go high ground off of this or anything. 30 seconds isn't going to be that long.
They can't push at all. That's the
Yeah.
problem with this double split push coming in. Like whenever they leave their base, they have to go back immediately. But now, okay, there's an Ice Blast flying, holding the Earthshaker a bit back. Maybe he has to go back to base, or actually it's not even too much damage. But yeah, they can't really push. Even if they get 1 or 2 down, like they always have to bring at least 1 person back. But that's also the risky thing. If you have only 1 guy in charge of counter pushing, like stopping that rat Dota pretty much of the Nature's Prophet, you might as well die, because Witch Dog alone, he would get snacked by the Lycan or the Nature's
Oh,
Prophet.
Ancient Apparition. Chrysalid blown to shreds.
Whoa.
Got caught out by a Dragon Tail, just kind of casually walked in the Dragon Knight and Bat Rider. So, yet again, the supports coming out from DD are going to be caught in a very awkward situation. But still, Nature's Prophet pushing out top. It's still not the end of the world for DD, although they need to stop bleeding these heroes.
Yep, I mean, that's what they have done all the time, like just getting here and there some deaths just because they are very confident, or like even very cocky standing in lane just feeling away. But as I said, it seems like Dream Destroyer, they are so confident, they just don't care. They know, hey guys, we are farming better, so we can give them here and there like a little Rasta snack or Ancient Apparition, and we are still gonna be fine. And apparently they are. Like, the problem for Blow is they need way more to like secure that high ground without losing high ground themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's yet another passive stretch in this game, as we might be waiting for the next Roshan for DD. It's still at least a minute and a half before we see when that's going to respawn. But then again, this one, Blow are a lot better suited to defending. If they're in position, it could be scary for DD, so probably just gonna be waiting until... Yep.
This Nature's Prophet, it's hilarious. Like, he's just TPing in, preventing the next creep waves to come, like trying to creep skip. He's not using anything for it, nor going for any right clicks. Also quite surprised that they didn't go for Necros on him as well, because I thought double Necro with Howl, if you send that to a tower, you still get like 300, 400, 500 damage. But
Oh, Dragon Knight. Oh, just bounce, gets hexed up. Now the double edging apparition Ice Blast for victory, going to land on his dying corpse. So Shadow showing not just that mega kill streak, and a lot of gold now in the pockets of Fandango, will secure himself the completed Aghanim Scepter. Yeah. This time it's DD's turn to find themselves a pick-off. Nature's Prophet is playing more or less just Tinker Dota right now, and his item build isn't reflective of that. The Blink Dagger is fine, in my opinion, but the Shadow Blade BKB really isn't. The Maelstrom's arguably okay, but he's playing like he wants to be joining these fights, and he's just not doing so. And when he does, it's in really awkward spots.
Yep. By the way, how many Master Promos did we see this game? 2? 3 maybe?
Not very many.
Minutes. Yeah, like I just thought about it now that we see a Aghanim Scepter on that Rasta. Like I'm like, sure, cool, you have a Aghanim Scepter, but I haven't seen any crazy wards so far. Like we saw one at Roshan, but I haven't even seen them at tower pushes whatsoever. So I'm very curious about this item choice, like going for the Arcanims. I mean, eventually he will be involved in a push, or it's of course good for a fight. It's better than no item. I was just curious about the fact that, yeah, not many wards anyway seen this game.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to use the wards. I would have liked to see him use them more for pickups as Bat Rider. Ooh, speaking about it, he jumps into too many enemy heroes. This time Baby Cakes thought he had easy pickings on the support, just runs into too many.
Ouch.
That was a cocky play.
That was very cocky, but this time
and
he
that's
had
a gem
nothing
down.
to lose.
He just fed away a gem.
I think that's what he was going for anyway in that region. He wanted to de-ward around Roshan.
Wow, that's terrible. Ooh, Earthshaker bumping into the Nature's Prophet here. Center Ultimate's going to keep him safe as the Radiance Courier gets picked off by Jaw. Respawn of Roshan in 11 seconds. This is going to be a pretty big opening for DD to take this. Is without a Bat Rider, that's one of their best tools around the Roshan pit, and they can take this incredibly fast.
These 4 events were like really fortunate for Dream Destroyers now. I mean, Bat Rider down, Roshan on a nice fast respawn, the Courier down as well, a new item on the center, here the Heart being even more tanky. They can just go for the tier 2 tower, and if they see any movement of the enemy, they can easily go for Roshan. Like, the Lycan top, Fury bottom, they have to spread out. They can't go 5-man here anymore, Pablo.
Yeah, and Lycan now has boost of travel, so he can liberally split push. Pendago currently getting bashed down by Roshan casually. Yeah, there's your shackles. He's not dropping the wards or anything, but I have no idea what Pendago is actually doing. So, yeah, just casually drops to 205 HP. I kind of want Roshan to bash him once so he dies, but that fissure would have killed him. So Pendago, back to base with you.
This was a very amazing play, but we see wards number 4 so in this game, but the problem is, like, they are here to contest, and Bat Rider is obviously back. They're de-warding, and let's see. Like, at the moment...
Pendago, what are you doing? No, Pendago! No! What?
What? But I'm
was he
speechless.
AFK? What?
I'm completely speechless. What was that? That was like...
He was on 200 HP and he just starts walking into 4 enemy heroes.
Okay, sure, why not? But oh, there's a blink in. They want to snatch these pages, but at the moment just 2 of them getting really low. Like, one of them is getting down because he has the ages, but now they might actually turn around this fight. No, they don't, because that Lycan is already here, and with those Necros plus everything else, they actually stop. Okay, interesting.
Well, Razor had cheese, and now Justin jumps in for another go, but it's gonna be too much. That damage from Dragonite Razor is ridiculous. Now Jaw up in the high ground. They don't have detection for him, unfortunately, so he's going to survive.
Anyway?
I don't know.
Is he on that little thing?
He's gonna sprout and TP? Okay.
Too bad. Too bad they have nothing at all. At the same time, look at this TP, a nice instant stun here, and this is the end of that poor Lycan.
That was so messy from DD.
That was messy on all ways possible. I don't even know. I'm completely speechless, to be honest. This fight was messy. Like, this blink on the high ground here, on that little pocket for the wards, pretty much. That was messy. Like, Pandego, I still have a huge question mark for Pandego, what he was doing there. I can just imagine he accidentally clicked on the minimap, so he went the other direction. Otherwise, that doesn't even make any sense to me. And even the Lycan, without his ultimate, without anything, he's TPing top and just getting snacked away. Sure, he got the tier 3 tower on 200 HP, but if they keep on going for these trades, this is not good.
Yeah. Luckily enough for them, they baited out the cheese from Razor, as well as they dropped the Aegis on the Dragon Knight. So at least they don't have to deal with that in this fight. As Center ultimate gets dropped for very little to nothing, but they're going up on top instead. Onto A. Witch Doctor is going to lose his life, and that'll force them back. Yeah. So I guess they find something. And now they'll push this in. Pendigo probably needs to get out, though.
Yeah, he should get out, but as far as I can see, he's not willing to. He will drop those wards with Arcanum Scepter. There we go. Like, they're going for the tower, but oh, nice Fisher. Unfortunately, on the wrong side still. There will be a follow-up stun. Will there be? It should be enough. Yeah, with the Hex of the Batrider, that should be it. But look at the wards. The wards do so much damage, and the range creep is carrying it. Now the Batrider being shackled, but this is just to stall time so the wards can actually do something. In the end, he's going down, but what a fight. In the mid, we have something similar going on.
Yeah, we're going to find a pickoff on the Razor. Copper doing too many any heroes, so get that pickoff. I don't know, I'm kind of mad at this Shadow Shaman for not focusing down the range barracks. Some of his wards wouldn't have been in range, but everyone that he could have focused should have been on that range barracks. He got the melee barracks very low, in fact.
Yep.
But that is going to regen.
But this is still hilarious what play
yeah.
he made there.
Absolutely.
This was without the Nature's Prophet, you know. That's the funny part. Like, he almost won that fight alone, like single-handedly. Like, he got the Earthshaker and the Batrider. If the wards would have focused him, would have been low as well. He went for the melee Rex instead, obviously not getting it, and it's regening up with 5 HPS still. What a clutch. As I said, I'm out of words. Pendigo is just a huge question mark for me today.
Yeah, I think that sums him up. Yeah, that last play does warrant the Aghanim Scepter's Serpent Wards, because those things do a whole heck of a lot of damage. Basher now up for the Lycanthrope, and as far as other items available for both teams, we have an Ags that was picked up by the Ancient Apparition a long time ago, but that's available. I don't think we've talked about it. Yeah, no fights breaking out. The Dragon Knight, he has a BKB now on top of his Daedalus, his Ultra drums, and he's hitting very hard. And yeah, that's about all that we can speak of right now. Witch Doctor getting closer to his Ags, but still about 1,300 gold, although that's only a fight or two away.
Like gold, I think we have to look at the graphs again. We have quite a little break because both teams are falling back, just farming. Like, experience-wise, well, Jigga or Team Blow here still in lead, but just a small one. Gold-wise, Dream Destroyers, they brought everything back on their side. That was just like a little excursion into the range of Blow about, what, 25 minutes ago, but ever since it's going straight their way. But oh, in mid, that Dragon Knight is in trouble.
Yeah, he is. He pops the BKB, and now they jump in with Baby Cakes, but is it going to be enough? The Flame Break is going to disperse things. Now the Scythe on the Lycanthrope, he might get caught out. Echo Slam going to be on a BKB target solo and does nothing. And, well, I think everybody's going to get out alive, or will they? Nothing else to chase, and now they get a Hex off onto the Razor, who's overcommitted himself, hexed up, and now shackled. Inside the server war is committed for that. Razor just finds himself in the wrong neighborhood. And, well, that's going to be about it. Lycanthrope, Boots of Travel down to bottom, Nature's Prophet pushing up top, and it's going to be, I don't know, just this push game continuously. Tier 2 tower in mid is probably going to be defended, although still, DV find themselves a little bit of a bone here that was thrown by Blow.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't see a lasso coming out. It was ready on the Batrider, but he decided to not go for it, and tons of BKB. Like, this fight was decided by BKBs. Like, all of them were popping them, and like, there was no way they could get anything. Aqua Slam into BKB, Fisher into BKB, nothing else, even the Link for Razor. And to be honest, I actually thought the Razor might have just completely finished the game there by suiciding, going high ground there on the other riverside, but no. Dream Destroyers, they decide to not go and pursue this. I think they could have if they wanted to, but apparently they're only interested in small, going for it. But oh, why? Look at this Furion. He really wants that Earthshaker. He was hiding in the trees going for him, but in the end he managed to blink out. Still, you know of what this reminds me of? This is a bit a mix of Alliance and, I don't know, Fnatic style. Like the throws, I can't even describe it, but this is like, let's just throw everything in, make here and there horrible fights. We don't care. We farm better. We have more experience, and whenever we can, we just chip here 100 damage, there 100 damage, and that's pretty much it. In the end, the Rexes are going down. That's all that matters at the moment.
I don't know. This is quite a bit messier than those teams. I don't know. They have their days for sure, but this is something. Yeah, we are having Shadow Shum working towards his refresher, and speaking of that item, Razor has his. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't use it in mid. That probably would have saved him to have a second BKB. Is up in top. They find themselves a job, but there's no follow-up. Here's the follow-up. They do find themselves Dragonite, but he's going to be bashed down by the Lycanthrope. He's going to change targets onto Baby Cakes. He's trying to TP out. Will the bash be there? The bash is going to be there, and they'll find themselves a Batrider.
And that's also the gem. I don't know how often that gem got traded for from back, or how many gems there are like stored already on each side. No, this is actually the gem actually going forth and back all the time. Either way, this is a bad opening. Look at the Nature's Prophet. He's already going for the range tracks. Like, this is Jesus. Like, he watched too many Bulldog streams, I think.
Okay, well, the gem is still just kind of casually sitting there being puppy guarded by the treants. I don't know. They should probably snag that up, as we might see a fight.
Kill. Just randomly coming in, because he was standing there, no detection, no sentry walls, no nothing, and this is bad news. I mean, the Razor's getting at least that kill on the Shadow Shaman, and now Justin is running away, but still, top pick going for it.
What are you doing? He TP's down bottom. He does have backup from the Centaur, but still, that Razor is not the easiest target to go on. He does have a BKB, and I think he's going to be fine. There's nothing else that they can chase him with, although they're sure as hell going to try. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, top lane is where it says range barracks is going to fall, and Earthshaker being zoned out just by these wolves that are munching away at him. Melee barracks is going to fall as well, so despite having a very awkward chase down in bottom, it's space created for the top push. Well, DD find themselves a really big opening. Being one barracks down up against a team with the Nature's Prophet and Lycan is just a pain.
Yep, absolutely, and the problem is, yes, they get just damage over time on that base. Now finished off that top, which was in progress for I don't know how long now. For 20 minutes they started to like just do chip damage on these racks, but oh, Dragonite going for a stun, and maybe with the lasso they finally get that Lycan kill they really need it. He has nothing, but the Stampede will help them, and I can't even believe it, he's still alive, but there's still another fight going. Obviously there's a death ward on that center. At least they get this one.
Yeah, Lycanthrope casually running up towards top as they do deny the tier 2 tower in middle lane. But yeah, Lycan surviving by the skin of his teeth and now going to casually farm up some creeps with his Vladimir's offering. Perfectly acceptable and just going to chunk those down. We now see an Abyssal Blade on our Lycanthrope, and for all intents and purposes, he's 6-slotted. He might have one of the other supports pick up a Vlad's, probably the Shadow Shaman, although he's going to be wanting his Refresher. And then we might see him replace that with a Heart or Satanic or something along those lines. But right now, Chobo's at his peak. This is Lycan time.
Yeah, this is Lycan time. And the problem is they get everything done, everything they want to. Like, even while losing the center. I mean, if you sum this up, what happened? Okay, center dead, but for a tier 2 tower and for more than 350 damage on a tier 3 tower in bottom. That's what you can trade. And if it's really one hero for, like, let's say, I don't know, 500, 600, 700 damage on a tower or on any other building that is not regenerating, then it's definitely worth it. Over time, they're just doing their job, and it's just incredible. Now, Blow, I think this is the final push. This is like, hey guys, we need to push, we need to break high ground, otherwise we're gonna lose this game over time. I think they realize this, but the problem is Nature's Prophet. He's a really good bulldog. I have to say that. He watched a lot of streams.
Yep, Jaw currently doing his best Bulldog impression down in bottom. They are going to breach the high ground to get to tier 3 and jump in with Batrider. They find themselves a Centaur, Refresher, or pop by the Razor, and they're ripping Justin apart with the Witch Doctor ultimate also being channeled. Choba's trying to man fight up against here, trying to chunk down the Dragonite, but it's just taking too much damage. Choba needs to back off here as the melee barracks in mid is going to fall. Centaur buys back. They want to get back in here as Crystal does get a kill with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, I believe, on the backlines, but Razor's still standing strong, although maybe not for much longer, as his Eye of the Storms are going to start wearing off, and now Chobo's ultimate is going to wear down as Justin looking for a War Stomp, not going to be able to find his Witch Doctor Maledict, also going to miss A, going to be right-click down as Batrider falls to Jaw TPing in, and now they're chasing Force Staff Hoof Stomp onto Captain Doge, and now they find him inside the Sprout. He's attacking very slow, but it doesn't matter as the damage is going to be there. Now they're looking for themselves a Witch Doctor.
They're hunting. They're hunting, and maybe the Nature's Prophet. No, he used the Blink Dagger already, so that's pretty much it. Razor buying back as well. I don't even know how many buybacks there were, but a ton of. Like, this is buyback on, yeah, Batrider, Razor, the Fury, as well as the DK, and of course the Centaur as well. He was the first one today, but top.
Yep, they find the return hex onto the Earthshaker, trying to get that kill before Jaw falls, but Jaw is going to fall before he's able to clean up that one, and man, this Nature's Prophet. Ooh, maybe he's been I don't know, watching a
This
little
is
bit
also
too much.
bad news for Dream Destroyers.
Yeah.
Now, actually, if Lobo just rinse and repeat what they just had, they might be successful with it. Then again, we have a Roshan that's just happening, and this means Aegis plus Cheese. This time again, Center is the one who's getting the Aegis. That's interesting. And Cheese is on AA? Yes, AA is getting the Cheese. Okay, also very interesting.
Would have liked to see Lycan sell his Vlads and pick up the Aegis. Although the Vlads is incredibly useful for Lycan, at this point in the game you'd want somebody else holding it. I don't know, and I think the second life will be more useful, but then again, Centaur is going to be the one that wants to jump in, and he's incredibly tanky. Bringing him down twice is going to be quite an issue for Blow Blow with
and
the
they
heart.
make this decision, by the way. They go for exactly what I said. They have to push again because they know the Furion is not there. And unfortunately, the Batrider is not having BOTs. If the Batrider had BOTs, they have a crazy advantage here. But let's see, they're going for this fight.
Ooh, Stampana too with the double edge as well. Lycan munching them down. They're going to find themselves pick off on the Razor to start things off, and this push just looked a whole lot worse as the Exosum is pretty good, but it's not doing enough damage. You'll get Pendago at the very least. Chobo is now currently locked down, is a pig, but now he's a wolf again, is going to be able to munch down the Dragon Knight. The Witch Doctor Ultimate's doing a whole heck of a lot of damage. What are they doing? They're just kind of running around, and well, now they find him inside the woods. The Malphus is going to do a lot of damage, but GG called out by the Earthshaker. They've had enough. The Aegis is going to be lost on Centaur, but it doesn't matter.
Yep, they know that without, like, buybacks, that they will eventually push in, and there's the GG. It's the call that had to come over time, otherwise Dream Destroyers, they would have just taken that base so slowly. But either way, guys, that was a very long game, unexpectedly long, and we are going into the loser bracket first game. That means Blow Blow will go there, and I have no idea who won or who lost in the other game, but we will investigate that right now, and we are back in about 5 minutes.